There's a group of fireworks hotshots who call themselves GFA PYRO.
If it blows on the ground, it makes a nuclear bomb.
They've taken on the world and are shooting to be #1 with every shell they fire.
Man, this is insane.
In South Africa, Phil is pushed to new heights.
It's windy, the scoreboard goes like this.
Jeez, he's struggling, man.
Seb hits new lows.
He was a disaster.
And Mode and Eric get smoked in China's city of Pyro.
Very nice. We're at the end of the African continent. It's amazing. It's just something really special.
Incredible. One of the best moments of my life. I'm speechless.
Pyrotechs may travel the world,
This is good, man.
but for Philippe and Sebastian,
This is Africa.
Little mountain, man.
South Africa still blows them away. They've come to help launch cricket's biggest event of the year, the Champions League T20 tournament.
Yeah, man. We need to just get to that stadium, man. I think Nick's boys are struggling.
They hustle back to Pretoria to meet up with Philippe's old buddy, Nick Mitri. Here, he's a Pyro legend. Nick's just blasted through a string of cricket matches in Sri Lanka.
Hey man, how are you?
How are you, man?
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, man. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, a bit late.
And he's bagged.
We did 30 games in 3 weeks. It was a really tough schedule. We're now doing this tournament. Again, 30 games in 3 weeks.
And typical Nick, he's still trying to run everything
No, you're not driving back.
No man, yeah.
No, I'm flying back.
by the seat of his pants.
Is it a daytime gig?
Yeah,
Daytime. How do you know this?
I've known Nick for 15 years. It's the first time I see Nick on patient like this.
We're going to have to use some brain power going forward because I'm a bit nervous. Because like
60 cricket matches in 2 months is it's crazy. I need a beach holiday.
I was really tired. I think Sri Lanka was really demanding.
That's why Nick's called in his wingman. During their last gig in the Congo,
watch out, watch out.
Phil put out all kinds of fires for Nick.
Phil and I, we have an understanding. Like we often don't have to talk to each other and explain. Sometimes I've got to give him a bit of a sissy slap just to wake him up.
Oh, nice.
Job 1, a tricky show at a concert in a busy square in Johannesburg.
The opening concert is cool. Seb, it's in a place called Melrose Arch.
The show kicks off the cricket tournament, but it won't go ahead until Nick pitches his plan to event producer Andrew Ross, the guy he's got to impress.
So the concert ends.
Yeah.
We're going to start very busy, and then we're going to slow it down. We start what we call mirror chases.
Okay.
Kind of slow and pretty in that building, then that building, and back and forth. And we've 2 gerbs going upwards, 10 seconds. Because
Gerbs are boring.
Andrew, he kind of pushes us, you know, and makes us think out the box sometimes, which is good. You need someone pushing you, otherwise you end up doing the same thing every time, and it becomes stagnant and boring.
Can we get some angles on that? I'm really keen to get...
No, we're doing 7.
Really,
no,
really-
5. We said 5.
5 o'clock.
But Nick, this is the money shot.
Exactly.
And I want to make sure that the money shot isn't wasted.
He's a challenging client that you have to work hard to please that client.
I want an absolutely kick-ass display of pyro, which they're not used to. In any concert that you go to in this country, you're not going to see this. You're not going to see this.
Andrew wants something kick-ass,
Can we fire this way? You know,
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
and Nick lobs the job of designing it to Philippe.
He's always wanted to design, and he kind of never had the opportunity where he was working.
Back in Canada, Eric and Benoit design most of the GFA shows.
Fun challenge.
Phil's the guy who just makes them happen. Until now.
We're going to be working on 3 buildings. Building number 1, building number 2, and we're standing on building number 3.
We're gonna do sequences all around, but over the public, not up, but horizontal.
Hundreds of staggered one-shots will fire from the rooftops. But instead of shooting up, they'll fire sideways, creating a spiderweb effect overhead.
The audience will be looking up and the pyro is kind of coming over them as opposed to just watching pyro going straight.
In Canada, it's totally illegal to shoot fireworks over the crowd.
The firing angles have to be perfect, or live pyro could land on the spectators.
It's really close by, eh? Nick and I and Seb were really concerned about the angle. We'll go like this. The comet would go down really low and fall into the crowd, or a little higher and hit the other buildings.
Cool, we're done.
And we need now to rush to the next place. A lot of work to do. 39, 3. Then I'm gonna go 19, 2.
It'll take vision and precision to map out the firing sequence on the 3 buildings.
Okay. See? No, actually, you know, like this. You tack, and like this. Then 5, yeah. Boom, boom, 3, then 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go and see Nick and his boys. Okay, 6th position. Boom. Again, boom. Then 1, 3, 5.
Yes.
Then 2, 4, 6. The thing is, Nick and I, we talk the same language. 2, 2, 2. Public, boom.
You know what we could do? We could do like mines, comets, mines.
Good deal.
Then,
you know what?
then at the end, it's called pyro talk. You know, it's fireworks language.
Like boom, and then fast.
I'm loving it.
Good job.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a lousy start for show day.
Jeez, man. I thought Africa was supposed to be dry.
The boys have 1,000 one-shots to install onto boards.
We got a lot of work to do.
And each board holds up to 25 effects.
We're using them because we got the public really close, so we cannot use shells. The one shot is less dangerous because there's only 1 explosion. It's not like shells. Shells has 2 explosions, 1 to lift the shell and then to burst the shell into colors. This one only blow once on the ground and lights the effect, the comet.
I mean,
It's dry by the time they arrive at the concert site. But not for long.
Weather still looks a bit. And I checked my phone and it said it's going to rain the whole day. I think what we do is you just get everything in place, like show ready.
They rush to set up before the next downpour.
Okay, someone jump in straight away. Okay, Phil. This will be like center.
Right here. Drop it down. Okay, this is the max we can do. So we're not hitting this. So let's put this one.
The aim has to be dead on,
Phil, just lift it. So it's like your fist, the size of your fist.
or they're gonna hit someone in the crowd.
Just wedge the other shit underneath there.
Very nice, man.
We'll put plastic on, just in case. Cover the effects, and we'll uncover it later.
that, man. That's very good for the firing system. It's not good for the pyro.
We've been caught out by the wettest days in the history of this particular month. We're at the very least facing a very wet audience, at the very best facing an audience that at least arrive.
Rain and fireworks, it's not a good match.
The crowd has braved the rain. Now they're getting impatient.
People are leaving, man.
There's only one thing that can save the night.
We're gonna can the bands entirely. Okay.
so literally go into the pyro in the next 5 minutes.
What? Okay. Hey, Nick. Should fire in the rain.
Here we go, and take it.
How's that, eh?
The ultimate impact of the pyro up in the sky, lighting it up. The web that we were looking for. That's what you want. That's the money shot.
Definitely we could not do this in Canada. It was a first for us, and it looked amazing.
The show turned out very well in the end. We were very happy. Andrew was very happy.
They give us the rust.
The trick is to keep the client happy.
Kind of important that you have a happy customer. When they're not happy, then we're not happy.
Easier said than done. It's opening day of the Cricket Championships. A double header. Double the pyro, double the stress.
Good. Jeez, just throw the f***ing shoes in the van. Let's get the f*** out of here.
Fireworks master Nick Mitri is losing it.
It's f***ing taking too long, dude. It should have taken 5 fucking minutes.
He's jumped straight from a whack of shows in Sri Lanka to another bunch here in South Africa.
Everything was last minute. We weren't able to plan properly.
And now they're running behind.
Come, help the f***ing oak. Quickly, get f***ing finished there, please, man. Let's get the van back here.
It didn't help that Philippe and Sebastian showed up late.
Just a little misunderstanding this morning.
The Canadian boys went to the stadium first thing instead of the warehouse.
When they didn't arrive at the storeroom, I was kind of a bit pissed off.
Some card loaded this and didn't label it. So, might as well throw the whole f***ing board away.
I usually like to start my days of work in a good mood, good spirit. I don't like it when it starts by yelling and by fighting.
That's f***ing working like a f***ing...
And now Nick brings in some fresh blood.
Thanks.
Lee Foggett is an old high school buddy.
We've been mates forever. He kind of just loves pyro and fireworks. And, you know, he's been around with us for probably 8 years now, doing part-time work on shows.
Nick knows that if I am working on a gig, I'm going to be there 100%.
We'll do scoreboard first.
Yeah.
With day and night wickets. We're going to swap the module from day to night.
They're an hour late, with twice as much to set up.
You've got to be finished doing everything, the day game and the night game, before the day game starts, before people come in. These double headers really kill us.
And if that isn't enough, more delays.
What's happening here? Bomb squad, man.
So I guess everybody's like not allowed in the stadium yet.
High-profile matches like these are potential terrorist targets. The only explosives allowed on site
The big van.
The big thing, yeah?
See fireworks.
are Nick's fireworks.
Man.
And he makes everything more complicated.
By the time they get clearance, they're 2 hours behind.
Let's go there. Okay, we'll do these 4. Do those 4.
They've got to install 8 flame generators around the field. 6 racks of one-shots on the roof of the grandstand. And 4 more racks on top of the scoreboard. Nick and Sebastian take on the flame generators, leaving Phil and Lee
Have you done a bit of stretching, Oaks? Maybe just the 10 pull-ups?
to sort out who's top dog.
I gotta keep my strength for
Yes.
They've got to hoist 50-pound racks up 40 feet onto the narrow roof of the scoreboard.
So you go up this hatch.
Yeah.
There's about 5 different ladders, all the way up to the top. Make your way to the other end of the scoreboard.
Okay. See ya.
Quite happy to send him up there, rather than me. Very happy to send him. Well, what's the worst thing that could happen? You come down quickly? It's high enough to die, but it's not high enough to be afraid.
On that scoreboard, it's windy. The scoreboard goes like this.
Maybe he's feeling a bit nervous, a bit antsy. Okay, I'm ready, yeah?
I'm usually not scared of height, but I haven't done this for a long time, so I get a little feeling.
Okay, Philippe, go! Okay. No, dude, you did that all wrong. Lean over and just haul, like, just man-haul it straight, because if it's going over that lift, you got more resistance and he's struggling, man.
I didn't want to go over the scoreboard and pull it up. My vertigo was winning on me, so I stayed back. But then the friction of the rope makes like I had to pull out 150 pounds. Jeez, it's too much.
5 meters to go, and 3 more boards.
I'm kind of to lift it. Seriously, I'm gonna drop it, man.
He's actually exhausted himself.
Put it down.
I'm gonna go up there and let Phil pass it to me. I'm gonna see if I can hold him up. You go down, I can handle it, man.
Good for him, he can do it.
Now I'm helping Phil. That's not how things were supposed to turn out. Okay, here we go.
But the delay has set them even further behind.
Yeah, man.
The crowds for the doubleheader pour in.
You need to wait. I don't know where to go. You need to wait.
We were getting really close to the game. I was like kind of in a rush to make it happen. Finished.
It's game on.
For me, it was the first time in the cricket tournament.
Seb's hoping to bump Lee out of the big chair for the second game and man the firing board.
Pyro is a drug, and I need it.
All Pyro guys are the same. You see this big red glowing button? You want to be the guy pressing the button.
Takes a lot of skill, years of practice.
But it's not just a Pyro display. We're actually doing Pyro for moments in the game.
I had to learn all the rules about the cricket.
Whenever a team hits the ball to the boundary, it's called a 4. Time for a Pyro to fire the flame generators. When the ball is hit past the boundary without touching the ground, it's a 6 score. That means flames and a volley of one-shots.
I am in school. I learned that.
Here comes a wicket.
Wicket!
Getting a wicket is a big deal.
Boom!
Like when the bowler manages to knock out the wicket behind the batter. That calls for Pyro from the stadium roof and scoreboard. Seb's supposed to keep his eye on the ball.
The best things about cricket is the cheerleaders. The girl dancing all the time.
See the wicketkeeper drop the catch there.
No, man. My professor is unhappy.
Even Lee gets caught out
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
and misses some cues.
Are you listening, Lee? It's Bill.
I'm listening.
You missed twice, man, dude.
Okay, thanks, Phil. Phil would notice that, of course.
But even a small lapse in concentration
Butter.
bugs their eagle-eyed client.
There's a couple of effects in the middle of that show that I want to talk to you about. It was very light in the game.
Yes. Kind of important that you have a happy customer.
So it felt like forever.
Jeez, you know, what are we doing wrong? You know, how do we improve?
But if the crew thinks today was tough, just wait until tomorrow.
Every time we pressed the button, the power tripped. It was just an absolute nightmare.
Day 2 of the tournament. Yesterday they were sloppy. They've got to clean up their act for today's doubleheader back in Johannesburg.
I'll try to be more organized than yesterday. You know, yesterday's behind, that's in the past. Forget about it, but I didn't want to have that going forward. We're going to take day boards, 2 and 6s, 2. Going to go on the roof.
The young bucks start on the roof above the grandstand.
Are we on each side on each thing, or must it be?
So the board's going to be like 14 meters apart.
Sweet, thanks.
While the veterans
Big scoreboard.
I know.
have their hill to climb. It didn't go so great yesterday for Phil.
I'm usually not scared of height.
He's struggling, man.
So today, Lee takes the lead,
Okay, let's do it.
leaving Philippe to swallow his pride. Again.
I'm just looking at him, I'm like, ugh. I don't know, it's kind of, you have to lean over the edge to pull. Those guys are used to it. They're just freaking Canadian with no insurance here, so just try to die today.
Good morning, Wanderers!
He's a strong man, he knows how to do it. He's just kind of crazy to do it.
Okay, Phil.
All right, I'm letting it go, man.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Pull. Oh, you see now he's not scared of height? Go.
Okay, good.
Where I can actually do something better than him, of course, I'm gonna love that.
Maybe you're getting too old for it.
Lee.
Joburg's home team plays today's second match. Bigger game, bigger pyro. There's going to be the arsenal of one-shots in the stadium. And a huge finish with 300 shells that'll launch from the golf course next door.
Okay, you ready? I'm looking left, you look right. Okay, go.
But the easiest setup is turning into the hardest. The 8 flame generators that highlight big plays aren't flaming.
Nothing at all.
I can hear it click.
Okay? Every time we press the button, the power tripped.
There's no flame for today yet, it's up, so.
Oh, this seems fine. We just couldn't get those damn things to work.
The first game is moments away.
That's the source of power there.
See, I think maybe there's too much power on this. We've got fridges and all kinds of stuff on here.
I think the caterer had like the fridge plug on the same circuit.
The game is on, but the flame machines aren't.
It was an absolute nightmare. We consider ourselves to be professionals and then, you know, stuff doesn't work. Maybe we should make up our own plug and run our own cable all the way from there to here. So let's go get a long cable, put a plug on, and run our own.
But Sebastian has all the cables next door at the golf course. He's overseeing the setup for the final show tonight.
Scary working here. Loading fireworks with those crazy golfers. Don't hit me.
It's annoying, man.
No.
And if Nick wasn't in a bad enough mood,
Watch out. 4. Ooh. Dude, you hit my boss.
Jesus, man, the f***ing hole's there, you f***ing wanker, man.
Right? Where does it hit you? It hit you in the pouch, eh?
Yeah.
You were lucky, eh?
Oh.
You receive a ball, man. You need a hard hat.
Is this gonna hit? No.
Run, you're under fire!
While Nick's worried about getting beamed, Lee's at the game, worried about getting heat from the client.
What are we doing with those phones, just in case Andrew asks?
Okay, Lee, don't worry about it. We're busy with it. Just relax.
Nick's got a client and a stadium full of people looking for flames.
This is, I got a 40 meter here.
This is gonna work. Know what you'll do, Phil? You're
Just run in behind this.
And then over this way. So this is the one flame, right?
Yeah, it's a mess. We should rerun those lines, man.
Yeah.
We had to rewire all this circuit all around the stadium. It's just f***ing annoying. So you have to do this while there's a lot of people in the stadium.
15 minutes into the game.
We finally got it, but it took some time.
But their victory will be short-lived.
Okay, Nick, the battery just went there. Yo, we need that charger.
No power, no pyro.
Jog if you can.
The big game is going full tilt. But the pyros come to a screeching halt.
The battery's not charging for some reason here.
The battery in Lee's firing panel just died. It should last hours.
That really does take the wind out of your sails and leave a huge big hole in your stomach thinking, what is wrong?
This one's not charging. That means it must be the charger.
No power, no pyro. The second half of the game is only minutes away.
Nick, you copy? Are you near the van?
Lee needs a new charger, fast.
Okay, Nick, the battery just went there. Yo, we need that charger, please.
I heard Lee had problem with his battery over the radio.
Then Lee's walkie
It is actually a charger. Oh, now the battery.
goes. Everything's dying on Lee.
I was closer to the truck, so I just ran for a charger myself instead of waiting for Nick to get it. Get the thing plugged in.
Got it to Lee probably with a minute to go. So, you know, thank goodness Ford can run fast.
How do we know this is charging now? Is it the red light is on? Okay, here we go. Green. Green. It's good. Green. Green. It's good. It's good. It's very good.
It was my time to help him out.
Crisis averted, with the client none the wiser.
We're there as a team, so let's get the problem fixed ASAP.
Philippe gets back in position for the closing fireworks.
Everything is plugged in, but with really like analog electric system.
They'll end the night with a bang. 300 big shells in just a minute and a half.
It's gonna be a lot of pyro, man. Hope.
In the stands, Lee checks if Seb knows enough about cricket to fire the show.
It's going to be a dry run, okay? Okay. I want you to shout at the cues. I'm not going to tell you. What are you ready? What I push?
You have a 4 and a 6. What's the difference?
Quicker, there's pressure.
No, it's a 6.
It's a 4.
It's a 4. A wicket, it's like an okay, throws the ball again. And no, it's two different things, a wicket. It's three different things. It's hard to explain, man.
I never realized teaching cricket was going to be so difficult.
Oh! No, man.
Oh, no.
It's a 4. Oh, okay. Claiming this.
In the end, Seb gets his learner's license.
Oh, almost the wicket.
But there's no way Lee's letting him drive.
You can hold the clipboard.
Okay. You know, I love the cricket, but I'm still a hockey fan. Go Abs, go.
It's the last play of the game.
Okay, scores are tied. Landing by.
It's game over. The home team from Johannesburg pulls out a win. Lee fires everything he's got to juice up the crowd for the big finale.
Okay, it's happening. It's happening. I'm waiting for Nick to give me the cue. Come on.
20 left. It's okay.
Come on, at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. When you're waiting for the cue over the radio, you get nervous big time.
There's a lot of distractions, please. Okay, go, 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 go. Yeah. Oh, I love those ones that drop down. It's beautiful.
I was firing manually, so it's a lot of firing, a lot of cues. It was kind of bing, 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 shooting really fast, but it was actually hilarious. I had no timings, no firing plan, no nothing. I just fired by feeling.
Philippe ramps up to a thunderous finish.
Never shot a show that fast.
I think I pushed everything, man. That was a...
The day started hard, but when you end up with a nice fireworks, clients happy, people are happy.
Yeah, boy.
It's good. Forget about the bad stuff and get ready for a beer.
Yeah, man.
From the land of cricket to the land of the dragon,
Woo! Looks like a party happening.
Eric and Maude are in China on business.
We went to China because we're looking for a Chinese supplier.
And doing a little dragon spotting at the National Day celebrations in Hong Kong.
This lettuce is going to be eaten by the dragon for good luck.
And you cannot touch the lettuce, otherwise it's bad luck.
No, don't touch it. It's for the dragon only. Oh, it's fucking insane, man.
They're in for even more insanity. Because they're heading to a city that's built on gunpowder. A city that never sleeps.
When you're in Luoyang, you hear fireworks shells from morning till night. We're in a danger zone.
Never seen anything like this. Definitely know we're in the Chinese land of fireworks, but
Maude and Eric
can make our own cakes.
Yeah.
are in the mecca of fireworks.
Apparently, this is where they invented fireworks.
Luoyang, China is built on gunpowder. It's the biggest producer of pyro on the planet.
What does this do? It comes with batteries.
We came to China to find a Chinese supplier. We want to see if it's possible to get our supplies directly in China instead of going through an importer.
The sheer size of the city that revolves around fireworks is quite impressive. Crazy, look at this. This is, you know, where fireworks were born, starting with black powder thousands of years ago. So, I mean, to be here is quite cool for me.
What was really interesting was to go visit a fireworks factory.
We went to meet up with an old friend in the firework business, Robert Fody.
Eric last saw Robert Fody in Turkey,
It's pumping, huh?
where the Fody family lit up the Bosphorus Bridge.
Oh, yeah!
This factory's around 100 acres.
The Fotis burn up a lot of pyro, and it all comes from their factory here in southeast China.
China is the center for firework manufacturing. Coming here was just a natural thing to do if you wanted to manufacture on a large scale.
Here's a good point where you can see how the factory's built into the geography of the hills, because there's a lot of earthwork.
The natural bunkers in the hills will keep any accidents contained.
That's because although fireworks are beautiful, they can also be dangerous if things go wrong.
And what are these up here?
Well, this is an ingenious fire safety device. These are bags of water. If for whatever reason there's flame or something happens,
it'll melt the
bags and they'll...
Oh, that's the ancestor of the Chinese sprinklers.
What?
It's funny.
These are the bays for where they're rolling and grading the stars.
Icon, the Foti factory, makes 500,000 shells a year, every one loaded with black powder.
These are like a little snowball of pyrotechnic composition. Well, this is what actually forms the foundation of bursting charges, rice husk.
So this is just the envelope of the rice?
Yeah, that's right.
And they coat this with black powder?
Or the special compositions, the secret herbs and spices.
The rice husk, coated with the explosive compound, ignites the stars inside the shell. The explosion sends the lit stars into the sky.
The work that goes into making every small little fireworks and every little component, it's just very labor intensive.
A little separator? Oh, that's you have to be quick. I've tried that before and it's not that easy.
Each bomb is finished off with 13 layers of paper dipped in glue.
After visiting a factory like that, you really learn to appreciate, every firework that we set off, all the work that went into it.
But they can't buy pyro without trying it out first.
The first three on the list will be what we're going to have a look at.
It's pyro playtime on the banks of the Liaoyang River, where prototypes are tested out in the open.
I would like the tail to have lasted a bit longer than that.
I was shocked to see how much fireworks they test all the time.
With every pyro maker in Liaoyang blowing up their latest creations. And sometimes you can get caught in the crossfire.
Kaput, I mean, it just blew on the ground just beside us.
A shell from another company misfires and almost hits them.
It was scary. We're in a dangerous zone.
Definitely, it's dangerous. Developing fireworks is not an exact science.
Robert sets off some of Foti's newest effects. And like all good salesmen,
there we go.
He saves the best for last.
Yeah, that's nice.
How do you do that?
Can't tell you that.
The ghost shell is a shell that all the stars, they go from one side to the other. I was definitely interested in that shell. It's very cool.
New effects, new shapes, new colors.
The pyro looks good. So Eric and Maude work on a deal to become Icon's Canadian distributor.
In this business, you have to be aggressive. I mean, there's no choice.
Then it's back home to snowy Montreal, where Sebastian is knee-deep in a blizzard trying to pull off his next show.
This is insane.
It may be a white Christmas in Montreal, but this is over the top. The city is choked by record snowfall.
Je vais te donner un journal, si t'es gentil.
It's a shock for Sebastian Roy, just back from his gig in balmy South Africa.
being back at Montreal just after, it's hard for the body, you know?
He's sick as a dog, with a couple of big year-end shows to pull off.
He just told me this morning that he thinks that he has pneumonia. I'm a bit worried.
Even if you are sick, show must go on, you know?
It's my stash of pills. My survival kit.
Seb has some help today from a fellow Pyro.
Stephanie Sanchez.
Digging out puts them behind schedule. They're supposed to be at the port of Montreal by now.
It's not time for a bicycle ride. Sorry, guys. This is insane. It's the worst snowstorm since 1971. Look, this is our site. Pyro ramp.
The pier is the launch pad.
Okay, guys.
For the Fire on Ice celebration. First job, set up the 1,200 mortar tubes. But there's no one to sub in for Seb.
Everything is heavier when you're sick.
The rest of GFA's lead techs are setting up for New Year's Eve shows.
Everybody was spread all around the world, leaving me here, almost alone. All right, maybe start with that. Yeah.
He'll have to lean on Yannick Turin.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna plant ramp A, all right?
The most experienced rookie on the crew. Seb's getting worse. And so is the weather.
Fireworks and the smoke.
1,200 bombs need to be dropped and wired. All in a bone-chilling blizzard.
It's the sun! At this point, I feel like
Seb's not going to make it. Mode Furtado, just back from China, to the rescue.
He's coming.
She's stepping in to help Sebastian pull off this show.
Tu veux que j'ai patch?
What? For me, it was a relief.
He was not feeling okay. I mean, it was a disaster. But you have to work with Mother Nature and just accept whatever she's giving you.
Fireworks fans will watch from the skating rink next door.
Everything is green.
The bombs are good to go. But Seb isn't. Yannick steps up to cover for his boss.
Outside a little calm, but inside there's butterflies in here. It's gonna be alright. I'm pretty sure. En minute, stand by, varsågod.
Bonjour. A good show. With good rhythm.
Happy.
Nothing like a shot of pyro to fix what ails you.
It's a drug. It's definitely a drug.
Despite being so sick, Seb gave it all. I mean, he worked his ass out.
Good job. You made it. Now, one more to go.
I definitely find a cure for the cold. It's a fireworks.
Good thing, because their biggest New Year's Eve shows ever are just days away. Next time on Pyros.
Showtime!
New Year's Eve. And the Pyros crash into one of the world's biggest shows in Chile. Get vertigo in frigid Quebec.
We're gonna freeze.
And go to the wall in Mexico City. To blast in the new year.